You said that if you guys had to, you would bring on excess capacity to keep the iron ore price in check from going too high. Could you expound on that a little bit?
Yes, my point here is the following. Vale is the largest iron ore producer in the whole world. And this comes with a responsibility, the responsibility of balancing the market properly. That means that we don't like when prices go down too much, but we don't like either when prices go too much to the high side.
And why is that?
The reason it was clear to see during the super cycle when in a not sustainable way all the companies made too much money and they didn't know what to do the money in general. There was a total value destruction in the mining sector. We are talking on the neighborhood of $1 trillion that were invested for no avail. And that means that when this is something that there is no sustainability attached to it, it creates a big problem on the sequence. Therefore, if we are here and we are for the long run, it's very important for us to have a more sustainable market than too much ups and downs.
On that same vein, China, obviously a huge consumer on the market. We're talking over 50% of all metals. When you look at China right now, what are you expecting going into 2018 in terms of their growth there?
We are quite positive on China, actually. I just came from China and I had a chance of being with all the main steel producers there. They are in a very good shape. They are expecting a very good year. The government is talking very seriously about controlling pollution, and they have projects, Chinese projects outside China that are using basically all the steel available to a point that the Chinese are reducing steel exports at this precise moment.
When we look at the Chinese in terms of production, especially in the steel sector, there's talks about they've been cutting back because of environmental concerns and environmental policies. They've been getting rid of dirty mines. They've been getting rid of these dirty mills. I mean, how far do you think they're actually going to go with this?
The impression that I'm getting that they are for real on this. Pollution is a very important matter if it comes to become, as China is looking for, a developed country. They have to cope with pollution, and they want to give to their citizens a better life standard. This, in my opinion, is here for staying.
And how long is here for staying?
Well, look, the pollution problem in China is just too big. It will take many years to cope with that.
Let's turn to Vale again, and specifically to dividends. You guys had talked about when you bring down your debt enough, you're going to bring out some very large dividends. Could you give a little more context to that?
Yes, look, I've been analyzing in a deep way what is good for the health of mining companies. And my opinion is that mining companies are not able to cope with large debts because of the volatility of the ore. So consequently, Vale will reduce its indebtedness and is not going to pile cash if there are no debt to pay anymore. It will pay back dividends because the purpose of Vale has to be to enhance value to shareholders. Actually, I just made Vale Day now, and we made a bold remark that we want to be the company that will create more value to shareholders in the next few years.
Let's turn to one last thing, nickel. You guys discussed nickel today. It seems like in the past you've been a bit bearish and maybe not so optimistic on that space, maybe some more troubles than other mining operations, but you seem a little more upbeat, specifically on electric vehicles. Why are you now starting to change that tune?
First, because of an internal reason. Vale is turning around its nickel operation, and we've been able to reduce costs by a lot. That means that even at today's prices, we can be cash positive in all of our operations. That helps a lot. On top of that, there is the optionality that comes with EV, and wherever you look, it doesn't matter to whom you talk. there is a consensus that EV is here. It is a real thing, and there is a chance that it will affect positively the market of nickel. And Vale is the largest nickel producer in the whole world. If that's true, the benefit will be huge for us.